Most people assume that what they eat before bed is only about their waistline, their blood sugar, or how well they sleep. They have no idea that for anyone over 60, what goes into the body in the evening also has a direct and measurable relationship with what is happening at the back of the eye while they sleep. Tonight, while you are resting, your retina does not rest. The retina is the thin, light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye that makes vision possible. Every night while you sleep, your body carries out a process of cellular repair and waste removal that is critical for maintaining healthy vision as you age. And here is what most doctors never take the time to explain. That overnight repair process depends on specific nutrients to work properly. If your body does not have those nutrients available in the right amounts, the repair falls short, night after night, year after year, until the damage that has been quietly accumulating begins to show up as blurred central vision, difficulty driving after dark, or sensitivity to light that you assumed was just your eyes getting older. It is not always just older eyes. The National Eye Institute reports that age-related macular degeneration, which is the deterioration of the central part of the retina responsible for sharp detail, is the leading cause of vision loss in Americans aged 65 and older. Over 11 million Americans currently have some form of it, and what the science increasingly shows is that diet plays a more significant role in how fast it progresses than most people have ever been told. Today, I am going to tell you about the best fruits to eat before bed for healthy eyes after 60, why the timing of before bed matters specifically, and the one fruit at the top of this list that will likely surprise you because the research behind it is newer, more specific, and more compelling than anything most people have heard about eye health and food. Stay with me because the science here is genuinely remarkable. I am Dr. Kemisola, and this channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest evidence-based research on senior health in a way that is actually practical and easy to use. If you have not subscribed yet, I would encourage you to do that now, so you never miss what we are covering. Let me start by explaining something that most people have never been told about what their eyes need while they sleep. Because once you understand this, everything else in this video will make complete sense. The retina is the most metabolically active tissue in the entire human body pound for pound. It has one of the highest energy demands of any tissue, and it is constantly exposed to light, which generates a form of cellular damage called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress simply means that unstable molecules called free radicals accumulate and damage cells faster than the body can repair them. During the day, light exposure is continuous, and the oxidative load on the retina is high. At night, when the eyes are closed and the retina is no longer processing light, the body seizes the opportunity to carry out repair and regeneration. Antioxidants, which are compounds that neutralize free radicals, are the tools used to carry out that repair. There are two specific antioxidants that concentrate almost exclusively in the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for the clearest, sharpest vision. They are called lutein and zeaxanthin. Your body cannot make these on its own. They must come entirely from food, and they are the primary protective shield the retina has against both oxidative damage and the high-energy short-wavelength blue light that contributes to macular deterioration over time. The landmark A-REDS to clinical trial, conducted by the National Eye Institute and involving thousands of adults with age-related macular degeneration, found that a supplement formulation containing lutein and zeaxanthin reduced the risk of progression to advanced macular degeneration by 25% in people already showing intermediate signs of the condition, 25% that is a clinically meaningful reduction achieved through targeted nutritional support to the retina. But here is what most people do not realize. Supplement pills containing lutein and zeaxanthin are one way to get these nutrients. Fresh fruit and vegetables are another, and the body absorbs certain forms of these compounds more efficiently from whole foods than from supplements, particularly when consumed alongside a small amount of fat that helps with absorption. That is the foundation of why the timing of before bed after an evening meal matters for eye health specifically. Now let us go through the fruits that the research supports most strongly. The first fruit is blueberries. Blueberries have been studied extensively for their effects on eye health, and the most important recent research comes from a 2024 prospective study published in the Journal of Nutrition, conducted as part of the Women's Health Study at Harvard. The study followed a large group of middle-aged and older women over time and found that consuming one or more servings of blueberries per week was significantly associated with a reduced total risk of age-related macular degeneration compared to women who ate no blueberries at all. The mechanism behind this protective effect comes primarily from a class of compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color. Inside the retina, anthocyanins perform several jobs simultaneously. They scavenge the free radicals generated by light exposure before those radicals can damage the retinal cells. They also support the structural integrity of the tiny blood vessels that supply the retina with oxygen and nutrients. When those vessels are damaged by oxidative stress or inflammation, the retina begins to lose the nutritional support it needs to maintain sharp central vision. Anthocyanins help keep those vessels healthy and functional. Published research in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry confirmed that blueberry anthocyanins directly protected human retinal pigment epithelial cells against oxidative damage in laboratory studies, reducing free radical accumulation and protecting cell survival. These are the cells that form the deepest layer of the retina, and whose deterioration is one of the primary events in macular degeneration. A small handful of blueberries in the evening, fresh or frozen, is a simple and highly effective way to deliver these compounds to your system during the overnight repair window. The second fruit is tart cherries. Tart cherries contain two distinct things that benefit eye health after 60, and the connection between them is something most people have never heard explained clearly. The first benefit is melatonin. Tart cherries are among the richest natural food sources of melatonin. Melatonin is primarily known as the hormone that regulates the sleep-wake cycle, but its role in the eye is something far less discussed. The retina itself contains melatonin receptors, and melatonin produced at night serves as a potent antioxidant specifically within the eye. Research has shown that melatonin levels in the retina drop significantly with age, and that this decline is associated with increased vulnerability to oxidative damage. Tart cherries, consumed in the evening, can help raise the pool of melatonin available to the retina during the hours when it is carrying out its repair cycle. The second benefit is the anti-inflammatory compounds in tart cherries, particularly a class of antioxidants called anthocyanins, which overlap with those found in blueberries, but include specific variants that appear especially effective at reducing inflammation in small blood vessels. Chronic low-grade inflammation of the retinal blood vessels is one of the mechanisms through which macular degeneration progresses. Evidence published in clinical and nutritional literature consistently places tart cherries among the highest anti-inflammatory foods available. A small portion of tart cherries, either fresh, frozen, or as a small amount of unsweetened tart cherry juice diluted in water, consumed in the 30 to 60 minutes before bed, delivers both the melatonin and the anthocyanin benefit at the time your retina is preparing for its repair cycle. If you have made it this far, you are clearly invested. You want to see what happens next, but most viewers enjoy the content and scroll away without subscribing. If this one really means something to you, tap subscribe. It takes a second. If not, you will probably forget this channel exists and miss a lot of great educational content ahead. Over the years in my clinic, I have learned that lasting improvements in blood pressure rarely come from doing something extreme. They come from doing the right small things consistently every day. That is exactly why I created Blood Pressure Freedom Guide for Seniors. It is a simple, step-by-step program designed to help support healthy blood pressure through gentle daily habits, light exercises, circulation support routines, and easy-to-follow guidance you can use at home. Many of my patients who have followed this structure have told me they feel more confident, more organized, and more in control of their daily blood pressure habits. You will also see some of their testimonials on your screen because I want you to hear directly from people who have already used the guide and experienced the benefits of having a clear, structured plan. I am not opening this guide to everyone. Right now, I am only allowing 20 people to go through the program because I want to personally follow up and see how each person is progressing. 5 spots are already gone, so there are only 15 spots remaining. If you feel like your current routine is not giving you the clarity or consistency you need, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen to get your copy before all the spots are filled. And because you are part of this community, I have made it easier with a 70% discount so it stays affordable. After completing your purchase, please leave your email address so I can personally follow up with you, check on your progress, and help you stay consistent throughout the 45 days. The third fruit is kiwi, and this is the one that surprises people most. Most people think of kiwi as a source of vitamin C. They are correct about that. Kiwi contains more vitamin C per gram than oranges, but the connection between kiwi and eye health goes far deeper. than most people ever learn, and it is connected to sleep in a way that makes it the most strategically valuable fruit to eat before bed specifically. A human clinical trial following adults who consumed 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime each night found significant improvements in sleep quality, including the time it took to fall asleep and the depth and efficiency of sleep. The mechanism behind this effect is kiwis' unusually high natural concentration of serotonin precursors. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that the body converts into melatonin in the evening. When you provide the body with serotonin precursors through food, you support melatonin production, which supports deeper and more restorative sleep, and here is why this directly matters for your eyes. The overnight repair process in the retina is most active during deep sleep, particularly during the period when the body's own melatonin production peaks. Poor sleep quality or insufficient sleep reduces the time spent in those deep restorative phases, which means the retinal repair cycle is cut short. People who sleep poorly over years accumulate retinal oxidative damage at a faster rate because the nightly repair window keeps getting shortened. Stay with me because this next point is the one most people miss entirely. Kiwi also contains vitamin C in amounts that are clinically relevant for eye health. Vitamin C is one of the antioxidants specifically included in the AREDS to supplement formulation studied by the National Eye Institute. It is present in high concentrations in the fluid that fills the eye and plays a direct role in protecting the lens from oxidative damage and supporting the integrity of retinal blood vessels. 2. Kiwis contain more than 150% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin C. The combination of serotonin to melatonin conversion support for better and deeper sleep plus direct vitamin C delivery to the eye plus the antioxidant activity of kiwis' additional polyphenol compounds makes kiwi uniquely well positioned as a before bed fruit for eye health. It works on the sleep channel and the direct antioxidant channel simultaneously. Eat 1 to 2 kiwis about 45 minutes to 1 hour before bed. They can be eaten with the skin on, which contains additional fiber and concentrated nutrients, though most people prefer to eat the flesh only. Now, let me address the mistakes most people make that reduce the effectiveness of these fruits. The first mistake is eating them with added sugar. A bowl of berries served with a sweetened yogurt or tart cherry juice mixed with sugary drinks partially undermines the benefit. Added sugar promotes inflammation in the very blood vessels the antioxidants are trying to protect. Eat these fruits plain or pair them only with a small amount of plain full-fat yogurt, which provides the dietary fat that enhances lutein and zeaxanthin absorption without the sugar-driven inflammatory response. The second mistake is treating this as a one-time effort. The retinal cells the antioxidants are protecting need continuous daily support. The research showing reduced macular degeneration risk was based on regular consistent fruit intake over time, not occasional large servings. A small amount eaten consistently every evening is far more protective than a large amount eaten occasionally. The third mistake is assuming that if your vision currently feels fine, this information does not apply to you. Macular degeneration in its early and intermediate stages typically produces no noticeable symptoms. The damage accumulates silently 4 years before central vision is affected. The time to protect the retina is well before you notice a problem, not after. Let me bring this together clearly. Your retina carries out its most important repair work at night while you sleep. That repair process depends on antioxidants, particularly lutein, zeaxanthin, anthocyanins, vitamin C, and melatonin to neutralize oxidative damage and maintain the integrity of retinal cells and blood vessels. 3 fruits eaten consistently in the evening deliver these compounds directly to the system during the window when they are most needed. Blueberries provide anthocyanins that protect retinal cells from oxidative damage and support the health of the tiny blood vessels that supply the retina. The 2024 Harvard-linked study confirms their association with reduced macular degeneration risk in long-term dietary patterns. Tart cherries provide both natural melatonin, which the retina itself uses as an antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory anthocyanins that protect the retinal circulation from chronic inflammation. Kiwi supports the production of sleep-enhancing melatonin through serotonin precursors, extending and deepening the overnight repair window, while also delivering high concentrations of vitamin C directly to the eye's protective antioxidant system. 1 serving of any one of these fruits each evening is enough to begin building the nutritional foundation that supports long-term retinal health. 2 or 3 combined in small portions is even better. None of them require a prescription. None of them are expensive, and the research behind them is current, published, and increasingly strong. Your eyes are working for you every moment you are awake. The evening is the one opportunity you have to give them what they need to work just as well tomorrow as they did today. Before you go, I want you to think about something. Most people keep waiting for the perfect time to take control of their blood pressure, but that moment usually never comes. That is exactly why I created the 45-day blood pressure freedom guide for seniors. It is designed to help you follow a simple, structured daily routine that supports healthy blood pressure through gentle exercises, circulation support habits, wellness routines, and easy-to-follow daily guidance. Everything is laid out step by step, so you always know what to do next. I have seen many people feel more confident and more consistent simply because they finally had a clear plan to follow. In fact, you can see some of their testimonials. On your screen right now, many of them shared that they felt calmer, more in control of their daily habits, and more confident about their blood pressure readings after following the program consistently. Right now, I am keeping this very limited to just 20 people because I want to treat it like a small group that I can follow closely. 5 spots are already gone, which means there are only 15 spots remaining. Once those spots are filled, I will close enrollment. If you feel ready to start a simple and practical system that help you build better daily habits, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen to get your copy now. And because you are part of this community, I have added a 70% discount so you can get started without worrying about the cost. After completing your purchase, please leave your email address so I can personally follow up with you, check on your progress, and help you stay consistent throughout the 45-day program. Disclaimer: everything shared in this video is general educational information based on current published nutritional research, clinical trial data, and accepted ophthalmology guidelines. It is not personal medical advice for your individual situation. The fruits discussed in this video support general retinal health and are not a treatment or cure for any eye condition. If you have been diagnosed with macular degeneration, cataracts, or any other eye condition, please follow the guidance of your ophthalmologist and discuss any dietary changes with your healthcare provider. Annual dilated eye exams remain the most important step in monitoring retinal health after 60.